Peter, what do you do when you have the right contact at a company, sent them the sell sheet after numerous attempts to reach out to them for input with no luck? There is no one else to reach out to at the company. Peter, it becomes time to leave it. But how many is too many? I've had students come back to me and say, I followed up with them and they never got back to me. And I say, well, how many times? And they'd say one. I'd say, well, there's your problem. Usually you need to be following up once a week or once every 2 weeks for, usually 8 to 10 times or so. So you're emailing, calling, sometimes messaging on LinkedIn, say, hey, is there any interest here? Did you get my sell sheet? And so all that follow-up happens over time. And you're usually doing, the 8 to 10 follow-ups that you have before you're getting a response even. And the feedback is super, super important because a lot of the times that's the way you get your product license. And I tell my students inside the tribe, it's your yellow brick road. It's the way you're going to get to the promised land. It's the way you're going to get to talk to the wizard or get your licensing deal. And the reason I say that is all the products that I've licensed, I go out and pitch them and I get crickets. What I mean by crickets is nobody responds to me. And I follow up. Somebody comes back to me and says, no, thank you. I say, great. Well, why? And, 2 out of 10 times or less, 1 out of 5, I guess, I get a response and they say, well, this is what's wrong with it, or this is why we can't license it. And essentially they give me the reasons why or what I need to fix to get it to be a licensable product. So Peter, continue to follow up, continue until you get, out there to like 10, 15 emails, 10, 15 calls or so, and they're just not responding. Then it's kind of time to just let it go and move on because your effort can be better used elsewhere. And so, but once you get them to respond and they tell you this is what's wrong, then a lot of times it's the thing that makes your product licensable. And that's what I think is very cool.